You remind me of Christian Bale, like, with your hair and your
I'll
beard
take
like
that. I'll fucking take Christian Bale.
I've been trying to work out, and then when I've seen you in profile,
Yeah, Batman.
Christian Bale. Yeah.
Oh, I'll take that, Chris.
Hi everyone, welcome back. As you can see, I've got Aaron with me here again. Aaron, it's been a little while. How are you?
I'm super fantastico, gracias.
Excellent. Right, so today, a little bit different to normal, where Aaron usually does blind rating. He is doing blind rating, but he's going to be smelling Aventus and quite a few Aventus dupes, and we'll see if he can identify the original from the dupes. You ready?
Okay, let's do it.
Stay tuned. What do you think of Aventus? Do you like it? Good fragrance?
Okay, so I'm not going to create ripples of energy through the FRAG community. I would love to have smelt it when it first came out.
Yeah.
That's what I would love to have smelt, to know what all the fuss is about. I've been told that because of the supposed reformulations, reiterations, changes, batch variation, I don't know, and I don't like that. And I think you should look after your customer base, and for me what it seems like is with the batch variations and things, either there's some really clever marketing or they're just not really looking after their customer base. And as a brand owner, I couldn't do that. So that's kind of how I think about it. I like the scent, I think it's very nice. I don't think there's anything not to like.
I love it, and it's a great scent. A lot of people love the clones because there are many of them.
Yes.
Aventus keeps going up in price. I think it's even more expensive in the States than it is here.
Okay.
Yeah, but here current prices are £210 for 50 ml, just under £300. I think it's £295 for 100 ml. You know, a lot of niche fragrances are pricing their scents the same, so it's not, you know, out there and above other brands, but it's still pretty expensive for something that potentially is not what it used to be.
Yeah, I want to say something on that with smaller companies, the price is generally higher because we are semi-automatic, we're hand filling, we're not in a country where we are, it's all machine operated and we're paying minimum wage or we're paying under minimum wage or being clever with our money. I can speak for my own brand that a lot of it's hand done, it is more expensive. So I don't consider Creed niche anymore. I think they are mass production going for thousands of units, and so I don't know, the price I have a problem with a little bit.
It does raise the question, what is niche?
There you go.
I'm not sure that can be easily
I don't think so
answered.
anymore.
Anyway, let's get some sniffing done. So I've numbered them here. You don't know which ones these are. The Real Aventus is in there somewhere.
Okay.
And I mean, I wouldn't be able to find it.
Okay.
Some of these clones are so good. So if you don't identify the real one, don't worry.
Okay.
It just speaks to the quality of these clones. So number one.
I don't know if it is or it isn't. I mean, maybe if I smelt the one and had it, I don't know. It smells like Aventus. It smells a little bit very lemony. So there is this smells more lemony and more sharp than what I remember Aventus having a softness to it. There's always a softness, but I don't know. I reviewed one in Mexico that it's horrible. It smelled of like massively pink pepper.
Okay.
So I didn't like that at all. I was really surprised.
I saw the video you did on Club de Nuit Intense Man.
Yeah.
You said that it smells like Aventus, but it was structured in a different way. So some of these clones may have a similar overall smell, but you might be able to identify if they're built in a different way.
God, this is going to be really hard. I kind of.
Well, we like a challenge. We like to give you a challenge.
I mean, it smells like the Aventus thing. I don't think it's Aventus though. That's my feeling. It smells like it's very strong in the fruit, that sort of fruity aspect to it, and it just smells very overly sort of fruity.
Number two, clear your nostrils. You don't want any contamination from all these, since they all smell so similar.
I'll be surprised this is heavier, so this is built differently. So Aventus is very, the whole Creed house actually is built to be very light and airy and top heavy, as opposed to base heavy. I build my work base heavy, and how they act on the skin is they sort of get stronger as you wear them. This is base heavy.
I agree.
So this
very
one's base heavy and would radiate off. It's got the Creed thing, but that's not Creed.
Okay.
I'd be surprised if it is.
This is great. This is interesting. I'm finding this really interesting.
Okay.
Actually,
I mean,
it's good.
I'm clutching.
No,
dear life.
You're doing a good job.
Oh, okay.
Doing a good job. Right. Next one.
This smells like the Creed that was in Mexico, and I was like, this is So what you can smell in this one is pink pepper. Very, very fresh, very linalool heavy. This smells overly pink pepper. I love pink pepper.
I do,
insanely expensive, but that smells over. Yeah, oh my God, yeah. So that is overly pink pepper to me, and not much fruit in it. So whereas if it's a good Aventus, it should be blended of the right amount of citrus, right amount sort of that sort of smoky quality, right amount of ambroxan, and right amount of sort of lily of the valley raw materials. That's how it's structured really well. So it was technically, it was built, you know, really. Its mathematics are great. So when you deviate from the mathematics, you kind of, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Or I think, I don't know now, but I kind of think some of the Club de Nuit one is really insanely sort of like lemon pledge, and that maybe you can get different qualities of essential oils. So the essential oils I buy in are top end and tend to be not so, they smell a bit more rounded, not so sharp.
Yeah, Club de Nuit is known for being a little more abrasive, screechy, all those things.
The only way I can think about it as cutting costs is if you were to buy the cheapest, this is obviously, I'm not saying they are doing this, but maybe they're buying bulk of very cheap essential oils. Essential oils from like, what I buy are just insanely expensive. And if you want to produce something for 30 quid, you have to cut costs somewhere. Get the cheapest ambroxan, get the cheapest essential oils, remove this.
Yeah.
You see, so
maybe
maybe
have to compromise it. Yeah, they have to try and find a way of cutting corners, but keeping the smell the same for the consumer. Yeah. Number 3, we're saying same. You're not thinking Aventus on that one?
I'd be really surprised, to be very honest with you. I'm kind of waiting for one to have that thing, so I may have to go through the whole thing at the end.
The pop,
there's something.
The magic.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 4.
This one's better. The one thing that's scary is how they get it, you know, so close. It may be this one. Do you know why? Because the longevity's a bit on it, and I know that the newer bottles of Aventus, the one I tested in Mexico, was gone. It was insane, and I was like, oh my God, that's like 210 whatever it was pesos, 3 million pesos for a bottle. Okay. It may be that one. I think it's kind of got all of it, but it's very weak. It's kind of, the others are singing, and they may not be what it is, but that smells similar to it. But I mean, that'd be gone off my skin. I'd be insanely annoyed if that was, I paid 210 and it was gone after 5 minutes. Anyway, babbling.
And obviously, we do have to say, only smelling these off paper, so we can't do it any other way. I always say that, but yeah, I know it would be better off skin. We can't do that. We've got too many to go through. All right, number 5.
Oh, that's so weak. Oh dear, I can hardly smell it. I hardly smell it. So I have no idea about that one.
Yeah, all right, we'll leave that with a question mark on it for now.
I have no idea. 5. Just smell a tiny bit of citrus, like dried down.
Number 6.
No. They're using other raw materials. I'd be surprised if it's this one. This is again another one that's base heavy. There may be a different musk in it, so not one of the linear musk. I think this is different. This smells more metallic. This I'm picking up the ambroxan. This is more ambroxan heavy. You can smell like the metallic ambroxan finish to that.
Number 7.
No, this doesn't. Not at all. This smells bitter. This has got a bitterness to it.
Yeah. So the structure of this one is smelling a bit different.
It smells bitter. I know this. This is when the oak moss, like raw materials, and pink pepper, they can smell quite bitter. Oak moss, the raw material is called Evernoil, and it's quite sweet. It's a really nice raw material. It's sweet, but when you mix it with sort of pink pepper, it's kind of the compounds go together, and I think you get this sort of finish on it.
Yeah. So it's not as smooth.
I don't like that at all. No, it's got no sweetness to it. The Aventus is sweet. It's like got that sweet, clean, closed, pineapple-y, slightly smoky thing. It's really good, you know, but that I don't pick up anything of that.
All right, good. Last one, number 8, and then I'll reveal to Aaron which ones are which.
Base heavy again, more pineapple-y, but I don't think it's it. I think it's going to be one of the 2 weak ones. I kind of can I smell the first one that I said?
Yeah.
I got a feeling it's this one.
Locking it in at 4.
Oh dear. Okay.
He's locking it in at 4.
Okay.
You are correct.
Oh my gosh.
Number 4 is Aventus.
Okay.
It is not current Aventus. It's 2017.
2017.
Aventus, which is one of the batches that is still thought to be pretty decent.
Okay.
And not not quite as weak as
Okay.
the version you can buy on the shelves today. So you nailed it.
I should trust myself more, shouldn't
I could not have done, I don't think I could have done that. Yeah, you should trust yourself more.
I know. I have a lot of self-doubt.
Smashed it. I'm so impressed. Wow. Number 1 is actually from Alexandria Fragrances. It's their 13ZZ01, which is based on the 2013, one of the 2013 famous batches of Aventus, and you identified that as stronger, more base heavy, fruitier, and I'd agree. I think the idea with the 2013 is to dial up the smoky aspect.
Yeah, you got to be careful with smoke. I'm not criticising it at all. You've got to be careful with the smoky aspect because it can make things smell a bit funny.
Number 2, I think you said was a strong base heavy one, and you knew pretty much straight away that wasn't the real Aventus.
Nice though.
That is very famous in its own right as being one of the best dupes. It's Parfums Vintage Emperor Extrait, and you correctly identified that both of these weren't the real Aventus. They are based on slightly earlier batches that you may not have smelt. You're saying that you've smelt the current one.
Yeah.
Number 3 is from Dua Fragrances. This is their version of Aventus is called Poseiden's Elixir, and again, this one is based on a 2013 batch. It's Poseiden's Elixir 13ZZ, and same as the Alexandria. That's a 13ZZ as well. So they're both going for the same thing on that, but you had that down as not being Aventus. Number 4, you got that was Aventus. Number 5, you said it was weak and you could barely smell it.
Yeah.
It's not a clone in terms of a clone brand. It's actually Mont Blanc Explorer.
Okay, I thought it was stronger when I tested it.
Yeah, but it's all off the paper. It's different, and
but when you put it on your skin, I know this. It's built, constructed differently. I love the story behind that. I think it's very funny.
Yeah.
And it was more substantial. And fragrances which are built base heavy, sometimes you can't smell on the strip, but on the skin you get that insane longevity. We could smell it 8 hours, 10 hours later.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it smells similar to Aventus, but obviously Mont Blanc haven't come out and said it's a copy of Aventus, so they may or may not have been going for exactly the same thing. But I think I could tell from your reaction that you out of all of these, you felt that one stood out as not being quite as close as some of the others. Number 6 is Club de Nuit Intense Man. But when you reviewed it, I think you reviewed the EDT version.
We've done the EDT, and then we also did the limited edition.
The Parfum, I think that's the Parfum.
I have no idea, Chris. It was whatever it got.
Yeah,
in the box.
I think it is. Yeah. Well, this is the Parfum, so
strong.
You mentioned the metallic aspect to this, and it does have a little more of an abrasive quality, so that screechy quality that we talked about. Not quite as much as the EDT. It does smooth it out a bit from that. But yeah, you knew it wasn't Aventus. Number 7. Now this one, this is the Perfume Parlour one. So this is the cheapest of the lot, and I have had this one for a number of years. So there's a good chance that this one has not lasted. It may have the structure may have fallen apart a little bit since I bought it, and I agree. It doesn't smell that great. It does smell a bit sour and bitter on the paper. Number 8. Now, I noticed at the end, I don't know if you hawk-eyed viewers noticed, Aaron had number 8 and he had number 4 in his hand. And I could tell your brain was thinking, these two, these two are similar. Number 8, I cheekily went to the store before you came here this morning and I sprayed current Aventus. So I'm guessing it won't be a 2023 batch yet because it's January, but perhaps a 2022 batch. Anyway, this is the current Aventus you can buy on the shelf. And you were going between these. You identified these two, I think, as the strongest contenders in terms of the quality of the fragrance.
I should trust myself more.
You should trust yourself.
I have no confidence in this.
But in the end, you went with 4, which, if you compare them, I think 4 does smell a little sort of smokier than the current version.
Yeah, there is a definite difference. I like the smokiness. It's nice.
And it's a little stronger. That's why the 2017 or is it 2016 batch? I can't remember. One of the two. That's why it's still thought of as being a good year for Aventus, a good batch. So there we go. I didn't think he'd do it once again. He was saying, I don't think I'm going to get this. There's no way because all the clones smell so good. You got it. You nailed it. You impressed me. You impressed yourself even more.
Absolutely, yes.
That's it. Have some faith
Yes,
in yourself. But you did it. Smashed it. So there we go. Well done.
Excelente, gracias.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that more than I thought, because as you were going through these, you were saying all the right things about them. You knew which ones weren't Aventus. So that was good fun. I hope you guys found it fun as well. If you did, you know what to do. Give it a like and subscribe, not only to my channel, but go and subscribe to Aaron, who has overtaken me on the subscribers. But you know, these things happen.
These two things. I'm so sorry.
I won't hold it against you. You're working hard. I think you're making more videos than I am. So you know, it's much deserved success. Well
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that.
Pleased for you. All right, that's it from us. See you in the next one. Bye.